live to you, but I see it, and I know when I see it, and a lot of times I base my decisions, maybe half of my decision is based on math, and the other half is based on feel, on what I think how strong or weak somebody is, based on those factors. Are they on tilt? What their table image is? How quickly are they betting? What's their bet sizing? That type of stuff. So I just saw on Skype that one of my friends is playing here, so I want to note that too. I told him where I'm sitting. He plays on here quite a bit. Let's see. Small blind's leading into us. I'm going to fold this one. It's pretty weak all around. So this is the guy that I know, seat 3. So I'm going to give him a red because he's a really good player. And that's a great high only hand. So 4 ways to the flop here. I've got the bottom open ender and an overpair and a crappy low draw. These hands just in an unraised pot. I don't know. I like my position, but I don't like anything else. That's a great turn card. 3 of spades gives me the second nut straight with the second nut flush draw and some kind of crappy low. So obviously I'm going to call a bet, or I'm going to bet if they check to me. And they're all checking, so they're pretty weak. I don't think anybody has ace deuce. I don't think anybody has 6-8. So the big blind, and yeah, everybody folded. That's fine. This guy's raising out of the blinds, and the good player that I know limps, so I need to know he has a good hand. So I'm not going to call there. Min raise here, deuce, deuce, 6, queen. That's a fold. This guy limped again, so I'm going to start punishing this guy if I can. And this is a decent hand. Okay. This guy raises under the gun, 3x, fold. This one I don't like. I have ace with a 10 kicker. He's calling out of the blinds. He's snap calling, or snap checking. I just think this guy has an ace type hand a lot, and I don't want to get check raised off my hand. I'm kind of over this. I'm trying to hit a 10 or a hard or something to see what happens. This is obviously a little bit better hand because it has ace deuce, even though it doesn't have a suit. You just have to fold in these spots. You have no hand for high, nothing for low. It's just, you just got to give up. So here, normally I would c-bet, but I do have a gut shot, and a backdoor low. So I think I like checking back. That was unfortunate that he folded there. Ace with a 10 kicker, no low draw, no flush draw. I'm just going to check again. I know that sounds kind of weak, but I don't like betting here. And he had ace jack 8-9. So we could have took it down, but maybe. But I'm also happy getting in the free cards and seeing what happens. Here we've got a gut shot. 3 ways, which I don't like. This is marginal. This I don't like because he called all the small blinds, and he could call with a wide range of hands that hit that flop, so I'm just going to check and kind of give up on that hand. Here we can bet small and try and take it down. Obviously, that's not working. God, I almost want to stab at this one here, but I have nothing. I just have bottom pair and no low. I have a live ace draw. I'm just going to give up. So this guy calls me on the flop. I don't like it. If he calls me with ace 4, he just made a wheel. So I'm going to give up. Here I'm going to raise. I like this double suited ace deuce king hand. And I'm going to go ahead and lead. Make a raise here from the cutoff. And over here we flopped a pair of aces with the nut low. I'd like to get some money in here, so I'm going to go ahead and raise him. And I want to make him make a tough decision with like a weak flush, or if he has like deuce 3, which is a lot of hands you lead out there, I want to get a decent amount of money. And if I quarter him, and here we're just hoping that either A, he folds a weak flush, or B, that we can get a lot of money in, and a lot of times we're going to have him quartered here. He can have just deuce 3, and well, I guess he just made the same straight as me though, so that doesn't make sense. I'm going to go ahead and bet. Yeah, he flopped the nut flush, but there's a straight flush out there. I guess a couple of them. So this guy's just betting the minimum over here. I've got nothing. I'm going to call because there's 6 into $41 and see what he has. And that was pretty bad on his part. He's got the nut low. He should be potting there if you're going to bet. There's no point in betting 6 when you have nothing for high and you already have the nut low. So I don't think any good player would do that, so I'm going to label him a yellow for now. Not necessarily that's a losing play or anything, but I know that there's good players just don't make those plays. They're not going to bet the minimum. So I'm looking to make this thing about an hour long. So we've got about 20 more minutes here. And like I said, I've never did this before. I've watched some videos in the past, but I just decided that I'd like to make some videos and show you guys how the games are on Bovada, and maybe you can pick some stuff up. Maybe I can learn some things. Maybe I can answer some questions, help you guys out. I've been doing pretty well on there since the World Series got over. I've been playing on there kind of exclusively online, even though I've been doing other things. But my win rate is really good, and my hourly rate is really good, and I think the games are really good on here. So I've been liking it. Here we're gonna basically play for stacks. I think I've got aces with a 6 kicker, the nut flush draw, and a weak low draw, but that's almost enough of a hand to get it in here, in my opinion. So, and he's calling from the blinds, so he usually has like a good low hand. That brings a club draw, which obviously I don't have. I might be able to just take it down right here. I could take a free one too. What do you think, Matt?
You should bet.
Okay, so we're going to try and bet and take it down. And
not call knowing they can only get half pot on the board pair. They're going to fold some aces now because it's very.
yeah, and which is probably what he did. He probably had a low draw, and probably had an ace in his hand if he called a raise from the small blind. But these guys play pretty loose, so I can't really always say what they have, and be certain. Here we got a limped pot, which I never like to go broke in limp pots without the nuts or the nut draw. So I have bottom set with a 1 blocker in my hand. So I don't really like my hand. I think I'm just going to take a free one here, and if he bets, I'll call one time, see what happens. I don't know. I got to have someone in position. This is garbage. So usually when they bet again, they usually have it. If they're leading into 3 people on the flop and then they're leading again big on the turn, they're usually not bluffing. I mean, I guess he could have like the dry king and something, but I just don't see that very often, and I don't like to call and guess a lot, so I'm just gonna fold. And I think that he has fortunate river card. Uh, I do have the rabbit cam on there. I just started using that recently, and I actually like it because it can give you more information about what was out there, and every bit of information you can get in this game, especially when it's anonymous play, I think it helps you, and you should use it. So not that I care about rabbit hunting to begin with, but it's just that additional information that's out there that I think is definitely worth it. So the weak player limps under the gun. We have ace deuce 8 with one suit, so I'm going to go ahead and raise to try an ISO. And this guy just snap calls out of the blinds, which he's been doing that. He's